Hello, my spider friends. Tonight, we are here to talk about Loki, episode 4, the Nexus event. What are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about the fact that I was right. I was right. I was right yet again. It's not been completely proven, but it will be. You mark my words. It will be. Because this has Loki written all over it. Literally. Okay, so I'm finally excited about Loki. Finally, it's taken 4 episodes and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm excited. Oh yes. Because not only were like old Loki, kid Loki presented to us, and Richard E. Grant. Richard E. Grant is playing old Loki in his gigantic yellow underpants. Oh yes. This is what I am telling you right now. I said it before, I'm saying it again. Loki is the one behind the Time Masters. I'm telling you now, it's not going to be Kang the Conqueror. It's going to be Loki. He's literally written all over it. Literally. See, doing this again because I got some stuff to show you. Now, I assume, unless you're, you know, a normal person, you'll be familiar with the Elder Futhark alphabet. Just in case you're not, Elder Futhark is the rune language which Norse mythology was largely written in, and it's the one that's mainly used within the MCU. And in the title sequence, I've got this ready here. In the title sequence, the letters cycle through different fonts, and one of the fonts, apart from the L, one of the fonts is Elder Futhark. So if you're going to write Loki's name in Elder Futhark, the way it would be written in Norse mythology, it'd be written like this. You'd have a line here, a line here, that's the L. The L's the only letter that's not in the title. Then this should be more, I'm doing it side on. Ignore this line here. Right, so this is the O, L, O. K and C are the same character, which is this, and then the I is a straight line. So that's how you write Loki in runes. And if we go to the scene, we're just going to go straight to the scene, where we're in the Timekeeper's MC Escher Stairs Chamber of Impossibility. We see this symbol all over the place. Actually, I'm going to do it down here. So this symbol is all over the Timekeeper's chambers. And this is very reminiscent of the O symbol. So I'm just going to do it properly this time. That's the O symbol. And then this is the symbol that's all over the Timekeeper's lair. Now if you look at this, this could be like the L on its side. And if you look at this, that's the C. And basically the I is just a straight line. So you could, it is not beyond the realms of possibility that this is actually a sneaky way of writing Loki, and Loki's just written his name all over the chamber. This is me theory. I am hitching myself to this theory now. Forget Kang the Conqueror. If I'm proved wrong, I'm proved wrong, but I don't think I am. I think Loki's the one behind the Timekeepers. Loki's written all over it. Take a look at like the colour scheme for the TVA. Everything's gold and green. Look at what the Time Wizards were wearing. It was all like that sort of like greeny, goldy, like hexagon pattern thing. And the fact that they laughed when one of them got decapitated is very much a Loki move. And also, now this could be it, but do you remember in WandaVision what Agatha Harkness taught us? If there's a space and it's got another witch's runes written all over it, no one else can cast a spell. And Loki's magic doesn't work at the TVA, and that room was filled with these rune symbols. Just saying. Just saying. Like if I'm proved right, there will be a dance. It'll be the I was right dance. But for now, I'm happy to just be a bit smug. Because I was like, Lady Loki, Kid Loki, Old Lottie. Oh, look, we've got them all. Plus an extra one in a variety pack. Who, he was credited as Boastful Loki. But it could be from like the Thor core, because he was pretty much holding like a basic Mjolnir, which looked like a bit like a wrench welded to a bit of an I-beam. But you know, we'll see on that. It could be a Loki. We don't know, but it could equally be a Thor, and how much fun would that be, getting to do the Loki-Thor relationship without having to pay Chris Hemsworth? That'd be a lot of fun. So, we'll go back a bit. I was right again in that Loki would do something and that would trigger a Nexus event, and then Owen Wilson would be like, oh look, we found him, let's go track him down out on a jet ski. So, you know, they got the variants, brought them back to the TVA. We got to see Sif. Oh my god. Right, so not only is Sif the only member of the Warriors 3 that wasn't killed in Ragnarok. You know, Volstad was killed. Wow, I've forgotten their names already. Fandral was killed, and the other one. But Sif wasn't there because at the time the actress had like a little bit of falling out with Marvel because she'd accepted a job on a DC project, but that fell through. So she's back. Also, she was the only one who appeared in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which was also a lot of fun. But anyway, it was really nice seeing her again because I really liked her. I really like Lady Sif, like the character in general. And in fact, like when she appeared and she went, you, and she's got a handful of hair, I just sort of turned to my friend and I was like, I know what this is! I know what this is because I've read the Norse mythology in both the prose and the poetic versions of the Edda. Not in the original Norse language, obviously. I'm not that much of a show-off. I've read it in English, in the English translation. Anyway, so we don't know whether Morbius was pruned or pruned like Loki was pruned. And obviously C20 got killed by, you know, the evil lady of evilness. But what I reckon is that there's Morbius, every time he finds out what's going on in the TVA, he gets pruned. And then they pick a new one out of the timeline and he has to start all over again with new memories. Because let's see, you know, when he was in her office and she's got all these things that, like, he's brought her but he doesn't remember bringing her, and she's like, I've got another analyst. The other analyst to him. The other analyst to him. It's other variants of him. So I don't know if we're going to get our Morbius back or if there's going to be a new Morbius who's like starting from the beginning and like not remembering what's going on. That'd be weird and interesting to see if that happens. But yeah, I don't think we're done with him. Obviously she knows some stuff, but she don't know everything, because when she's like prepared herself to go to see the Time Wizards, like, she's been a bit nervous, so I don't think she fully knows what's going on. Personally, I don't think she knew that they were robots. But I think she does know more than she's letting on, and hopefully Sylvie will get that information out of her. Also, why Loki with the silver tongue, why did he suddenly turn into Hugh Grant? He's like taking Sylvie by the shoulders, like, oh, I don't know what to do really, I'm just going to be British and bumbling. No, this is Loki. Silver tongue Loki. Smooth. With a capital. Smooth. There's no way you should be turning into Hugh Grant when it's suddenly like, oh, I might fancy her. No. No, thank you. No. So, the big reveal of the episode is Loki dying and waking up in a destroyed New York with the Avengers Tower in the background, and he's got I'm going to call him Thor Loki, Kid Loki, Old Loki, and Alligator Loki. And it wasn't alligator, not a crocodile. Personally, not familiar with Alligator Loki. But I'm sure it exists in the comics. Now, I can't tell you how excited I was to see Richard E. Grant as Loki, as old Loki, stood there with the giant yellow underpants. I was so excited. Me and my friend literally were on our feet, like doing a little dance because we were so excited about it. Like I mean, we love Richard E. Grant. He's a fantastic actor. Has done many great things within British television, and we love him. So seeing him as a Loki is like, oh, that's brilliant casting. That's really, really, really brilliant casting. Very much approved. Well done, well done, well done, Marvel. Also, I very, very much approve of using Kaylee Fleming from The Walking Dead as young Lady Loki. That was nice because I love that actress. I really am back into The Walking Dead. I was off it for a while, totally back into it now, and she's one of the main reasons because she is amazing in The Walking Dead. So, the guard lady, B-15. We don't know whether she's dead or unconscious. I think she's just unconscious. I just think that they knocked her out. Most of the other guards are probably dead. Like, I can't tell you exactly what's going to happen, but I've got a very vague idea of what's going to happen. It's going to be revealed that Loki's secretly behind the Time Wizards, and he's been behind it all along, and he's using this as a way of collecting Lokis, maybe forming an army of Lokis. This would be fun. They've never done an army of Lokis. I have no idea why. Possibly because it would be disastrous in the actual comics, considering how powerful Loki is supposed to be and hasn't been in the MCU thus far. But pretty much everything else in the episode was more or less irrelevant. But it was nice to see an actual plot-driven episode compared to last week's just filler episode, not learning anything about the characters, kind of boring one. It was boring. But this week I'm excited. So please don't lose that. Please, Marvel. Next week, do something else that's good. I want to love this series. I really do. I really, really want to love this series. And finally, it's sort of getting to a thing where I'm like actually excited to watch the show. And only like 60% of that is because of Richard E. Grant. Well, one thing I did say though to get to my friend, with the end picture with where Richard stood there and he's got this bag on. There's like the bag has like sort of plastic clips and stuff. So I'm wondering if this is going to turn up in the Disney merch store in a couple of weeks. Loki's bag. If it is, I'm totally buying it because, you know, well, I love Loki. I do love Loki. I've just not loved the Loki series so far. But I'm coming around. I am coming around. I'll come around even further if I end up being right, which I'm pretty sure that I'm going to be. Okay? So let's just review this. King the Conqueror ain't going to happen. It's going to be Loki. It's going to be really funny when it turns out there's going to be a Loki army to take over the TV or to, like, get rid of the King Loki, whoever it turns out to be. Almost certainly it's going to be probably played by Tom Hiddleston, but we'll have to see on that. But this has got Loki literally written all over it. You mark my words. This is what's going to happen, okay? Okay, I'll see you next week.